You're watching Vancouver TV, where we show you what's happening in your city. We've got the latest movie reviews and access to your favorite celebs. From fashion to red carpets, live shows, and more, we cover it all, keeping you informed about your city and in the know about upcoming events.
My name is Michelle Darnell, and I am the wealthiest woman in America. How wealthy am I? I wanted to come down on a golden phoenix, and I sure as shit did it.
I run your operation. While being a single mom, I deserve a pay raise.
You have a child?
Yeah.
Was that through intercourse?
Yes.
I usually get kind of an asexual vibe.
I never pictured her with genitals myself.
You're under arrest for insider trading.
Michelle, don't struggle. Son of a bitch.
You're bankrupt. All your accounts have been frozen.
Claire, get me a new lawyer.
You don't have any money, you stupid ginger!
Mom, if she doesn't have anywhere to go, she should stay here.
Ha, look at that. A bed and a sofa.
Careful, it's a bit temperamental.
It's not so bad. Oh, I think I shattered my pelvis.
Michelle, you need to get off the couch. Take Rachel to her dandelions meeting.
Our troop came in with $189,000. Holy shit.
I object to parolees attending our meetings.
If you don't get off my back, I'm gonna shove a box of chocolate clusters up that tight ass of yours.
What is all this?
This is my way back. We are gonna start a brownie empire and teach these girls real business skills. We want some good recruits. Get in there, go for the aggressive girls.
I feel kind of sweaty and scared.
It's just the coffee kicking in. Oh, you know what? Oh, I may have switched them. I put a little splash of bourbon in mine. My name is Michelle Darnell, and this is my partner. And I don't mean partner like girl on girl stuff.
What's girl on girl stuff?
Something you're gonna dabble with in college, but not stick with,
Let's not,
you know?
don't tell her.
Unless you're Hannah. I think it's gonna fit you like a glove.
Don't call it a comeback!
Okay, Crystal, what do we say if somebody doesn't want to buy?
Buy my brownies or I'll kill you.
Don't say that, Crystal.
Hey, this is where dandelions sell.
Bitch. Ooh, that batch is burnt. That sweater just says, I give up.
You're making me feel very insecure right before my date. Don't.
If you could hear these sad basset hounds, they'd be saying, Claire, put us above
That's
your
not what my
waist.
boobs sound like.
Please don't zip me up in your jeans. Let me see this. Claire, it's like Geppetto.
Hey viewers, it's Maria here for Vancouver Television, and we're here at the Vancouver Circus School in New Westminster, where kids age 6 to adults age 60 and over can take some acrobatic lessons. Let's see what the Vancouver Circus School is all about. We're here with Michael, an instructor at the Vancouver Circus School, and he just finished teaching the children's class. How was that?
It was a lot of fun. They're a great age group to teach. They're full of energy, they're super strong, they're easy to teach, so it's a lot of fun. We have a good time with them.
Do they cry when they fall on the floor?
Sometimes they tend not to fall too much. We're pretty good at teaching them in a way that they learn progressively. So the skills get harder as they get stronger, and so typically there's not too much falling. But if they do fall, we have mats, so it's usually not too bad. So we haven't had too many kids crying yet. So.
And what's your specialty in?
My specialty is in aerial silks, which is the fabric that you see hanging behind us. I also coach aerial hoop and static trapeze as well. So that's kind of my second specialty, would be the aerial hoop is probably the second thing I do the most frequently other than silks as well.
What's the most challenging part?
I would have to say, for me personally, the most challenging part is definitely staying young enough and fit enough to keep up with my students. I'm not the youngest instructor here, that's for sure, so it's definitely a challenge to stay in shape and keep your energy levels up to kind of coach throughout the entire day. But luckily the students are great, so it naturally feeds back to you, so it's not too hard at all. It's just getting the strength and the skills and practicing a lot, and then then from there it's just hard work. So yeah.
So besides the skills, the physical skills, what else do you plan to teach your students through the classes?
I really try to focus myself on quality of movement within a skill. So once they learn the mechanics of how to do something acrobatically, especially with circus, it's a little different from things like gymnastics where it's a more technical focus. With circus, it's more like dance. So the goal is to hopefully have students who perform beautifully and not just difficult skills, but make them look effortless as well. So a lot of my focus with my students is on choreography, style of movement, and really taking the music that they're going to use for an act and learning how to make that physically incorporated into the act as well.
And so how good are the classes here at the Vancouver Circus School for weight loss?
They are amazing. I can tell you that personally from experience, although I probably still have another 20-30 pounds to lose to be my ideal weight. When I initially looked at starting here as a student, I had actually come from a gymnastics and dance background. I had taken a few years off due to an injury and had gained a ton of weight. So when I first started as a student in Silks, it was primarily to help lose the weight as well, and it came off very quickly. I would say I probably lost a good 30 pounds within the first year of training, and it was quite effortless.
Okay, so now Michael is going to be showing me a move. What are you going to show me now?
I'm going to show you what's called a square pose. It's one of our kind of first skills that we teach students to kind of get you used to being in the silks. It's a great kind of skill to start with to show us, you know, how strong are you and how comfortable are you up off of the ground into the air.
Okay, so I'm a little bit nervous, but let's go try it. So we have a piece of aerial silk with us. What is this made out of?
So the fabric itself, it's not really made out of silk. Silk would be very not stretchy and
expensive.
And expensive, yes. So the fabric itself typically is a special blend of polyester or nylon. And the reason that is so that if ever you get a hole in them, instead of the silk tearing off lengthwise, it'll get a run in it like a pair of pantyhose would. Do you want me to demonstrate it for you?
Yes, please.
Did you try it? Perfect. So what we're going to do, we start everyone off with a knot in the silks. It just makes it a little bit easier when you're first starting off. You don't have to be able to climb the silks in order to achieve skills on the silks. That's one of the benefits to training with us, is we do start off everyone in a way that pretty much anyone can achieve this stuff and continue to achieve greater skills as they train as well. So we're going to separate our two silks, one in each hand, and pull them down nice and hard. As you can see, the silks will stretch a lot. Once they get my weight on them, they'll probably stretch all the way to the floor. So I'm going to take my hands up nice and high. I'm going to put one foot up, and then I'm going to step up with my other foot. And as you can see, they do stretch all the way to the floor. That's totally fine. The skill will still work. So what I'm going to do is reach my hands up high above my head, put one foot up to the side. I'll probably get you to take just a little step back, because when I stand up, my legs are going to go out, and you're probably going to be really close to my legs. So from here, you're going to pull up with your hands, slide your feet out along the silks, and then push your arms out to the sides as well. So you want to achieve a nice big star-shaped pattern inside the silks, and then you're just going to bring your hands in, slide your feet back down together.
Hey, thank you.
I'm going to give you a try at this.
Okay, my turn.
Okay. So start off by putting one foot up onto that knot. You're going to climb up to standing. Good. Hands all the way up. And then one foot up to the side. Slide the feet out, pull up with the arms. Nice big star shape. Nice job. Look at that. Nice work.
We're here with Travis, one of the co-founders of the Vancouver Circus School, and we just finished the children's class. How was that?
Oh, it was great fun. Very much fun, yes.
And how long have you been with the Vancouver Circus School?
Well, I started the school in 2004 with my father, so we are coming up on 12 years now, so it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Yeah.
How has the school progressed since then?
It's been fantastic. We have over 750 students coming through our doors every week now. Staff of about 40. We have over 250 adults to take class here. So we've got the two locations, one in New Westminster, one in North Vancouver. We do 50 to 60 events per year, so we're pretty busy.
Yeah, very, very busy. So what's the difference between teaching kids and adults?
So the difference between teaching kids and adults, I wouldn't say it's the same. Like, beside the technique and how you communicate, you try to make sure that all the classes are really, really fun, regardless of the age groups. But you have to communicate with the adults differently. They're a little bit more aware of their limitations. Kids just, they'll do whatever you kind of try to get them to.
They go for it.
They go for it more than the adults. I teach acrobatics here, so it's a lot of trampoline, tumbling, double mini, things like that. And people are typically afraid of falling. So you have to go against the inherent nature of you're not supposed to fall. And all I do is teach people how to fall. So it's fun. It's a lot of fun.
No, it sounds really fun. So besides acrobatics, what other classes do you specialize in?
Me personally, I teach swinging trapeze from time to time, but most of the time I'm in the office. So I coach 2 days a week. The rest of the time I'm in the office building for our shows, for just operations of the business. So,
tell us a little bit about the performing arts side of the Circus School.
Sure. Well, we do about 50 to 60 events per year, ranging from corporate events, private events, festivals. We've got 6 children's festivals booked this year, weddings, fashion shows, TV shows, all sorts of things. Like, we've gone out to India for shows. We've been brought out to billionaires' private islands for shows. Like, we've done all sorts of weird, awesome, amazing opportunities for shows. It's fantastic. I'm not sure what else to say about it. They're just great.
And do you mainly direct shows, or are you the star of the show?
Neither. I mainly get the shows, deal with the clients, and I pass on everything else to people that are better than I am.
Very humble. So what's the hardest skill to learn here at the Vancouver Circus School?
The hardest skill to learn? Depends who you are. You know, the hardest skill could be a seat drop for some people, you know, and learning that's difficult. You know, I've got 10-year-olds in North Van location that are throwing multiple doubles in a row now. So it's an impossible question. So.
Okay, and your slogan is reach for the top, or reach to the top. Reach for the top. So tell us a little bit about that and what inspired that slogan.
Well, we kind of came up with that one by accident. I don't remember what our first one was going to be. It was going to be something like, what do you want to learn today? Or something like that. And my dad, you know, I started with my dad. And so all my ideas, my dad thought were super cute. And so it was actually a creative meeting that we had between our graphic designers, a couple other people that gave us an option of that. And then we jumped on that right away.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Thank you.
We're here with Michaela, one of our youngest staff members here at the Vancouver Circus School, and I just saw your choreography and it was amazing. That was really, really high up that you went up there. Yeah. How long have you been doing aerial silks?
I've been doing aerial silks for about 3.5 years now.
That's it?
Yeah.
And what was the most challenging part about learning?
I guess just once you get to harder skills, you just gotta really keep practicing and practicing the same thing over and over again, but it's satisfying. It's very satisfying once you get it.
And how did you start?
My mom signed me up, and I just really liked it and kept going with it. Yeah.
That's awesome. And do you practice any other specialty here at the Vancouver Circus School?
Yes, I also do aerial hoop and trapeze, and I do trampoline and a little bit of tumbling. A little bit of everything really here, and contortion, stuff like that, yeah.
And Travis told me that you also teach the kids' birthday parties here.
Yes, those are fun, yeah.
Do kids just run around and go wild in here?
We try to keep it under control, but it happens, yeah. But no, they're really fun.
Okay, and do you also perform as well in the community?
I do. I'm part of a group called Circus 51, which Michael runs, and we do put on shows every 4 or 5 months or so, and yeah, that's helped me a lot with self-confidence and performing and that kind of thing.
That's awesome. When you started your first class, was it here?
Yes.
3 years ago, did you ever think you'd come this far?
No, I remember seeing people in my classes and just being like, I can't believe they're all the way up there and like tumbling down like that. Didn't think I'd get there so quickly too. Yeah.
Okay, great. Thanks so much.
Yeah, thanks.
Signing off from the Vancouver Circus School, I'm Maria for Vancouver Television, and see you next week. Hey VTV viewers, it's Maria here at the Van City Theatre, and today we're here for the red carpet opening of the 2016 Vancouver International Women in Film Festival. We're here with Carolyn, the Executive Director of Women in Film and Television Vancouver. How are you doing today?
I'm great. Thank you. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having us. I know you've been really, really busy these past few weeks. This year will be the 11th year we're hosting this event. How have things changed since the last few years?
Well, this is actually the longest festival that we've had. It's 6 days because International Women's Day this year fell on a Tuesday, so we decided to open on a Tuesday and run through Sunday, so it's longer. We had more submissions than we've ever had from so many countries from around the world. We had a fantastic panel this afternoon. There's been several very recent initiatives being made towards addressing the gender imbalance in media production, and this afternoon we had a panel where Claude Jolicoeur from the NFB made a commitment to 50% gender parity at the NFB. This kind of momentum is new and wonderful.
Yeah, no, it's all very exciting and great for women around the world. Now, I know you've been in the industry for quite a long time. How have you seen the scene evolve all these years? Do you think it's getting better for women in the film industry? Is it more supportive now?
Well, I think there is a very supportive community of women for each other. We work on each other's films and we help each other out in terms of statistics and of the number of women who are actually in key creative positions in films that you are likely to see on TV or in the movie theaters. Those are not good, and those have not improved. So that's one reason why Women in Film exists, and it's one reason why these initiatives are taking place that we talked about earlier today in our panel. So things haven't gotten better, but awareness about the issues has increased, and I think that's the first step.
Hey everyone, we're here with Sharon and Rosamund. She's the director and she's the star of the movie Bearded Ladies. How are you girls doing today?
We're awesome. Thank you for interviewing us.
No, thank you for being here. So tell us a little bit about the film.
Well, the film started out as a sort of short about my good friend Rosamund, because I find her so interesting. She is an omnisexual photographer who is actually an icon in Canadian photography for the work that she's done over the years, and I wanted to make a short film about her. And she's so interesting, I just kept filming, and it became an hour long. And it's fascinating and funny, and it's all about her.
And how did you feel when Sharon approached you about this project?
Well, she said that she wanted to get comfortable with her camera, and I said, oh, it's maybe going to be a 5-minute little thing. And then we were joking that it probably should have an intermission in it. It turned out to a full feature. But it was really fun working with Sharon, and she'd just turn up and hook me up for sound and follow me around. And I'm used to being behind the camera. I'm used to taking the pictures, and so to have someone following me around taking pictures of me, it was fine though. I mean, I get used to it right away.
Yeah, of course, you're the star of the movie.
Oh, I love it, yeah.
So tell us about the title of the movie, Bearded Ladies.
Bearded Ladies. Well, Rosamund's done photography over the years of a whole range of subcultures and people who do various ways of pushing the gender envelope and the way people behave as boys or girls, or transgender or drag queens or just people,
whatever they want to be.
People who want and take pride in who they are. And she's done a lot of photography in that. And she was doing a show about women who'd never dressed as men, suddenly dressing as men, and we were just photographing. She was going to photograph that process, and I said, "Can I follow you around and film that?" So that's what we did. I filmed her photographing these women as they were being transformed into male drag characters, and then they were so interesting. I had to interview them, and then I interviewed Roz about each of the characters, and then Roz is so interesting, and she has so many interesting friends that I started interviewing all of them, and then they all started contributing stories about Rosamund, and that's kind of, the film is a story of Rosamund and her work over the 4 decades of photography. Yeah, and it's also a story. It's a story of her artwork, and it's a story of the people around her and the ideas that she communicates. And it's got lots of her great work and lots of the wonderful people in her life. So
that is incredible. Now you're both Canadian and you're both women. What can you say about the film industry? about being Canadian. Yeah, about being Canadian women in the film industry.
Most of the women in film that I know, Ann Wheeler, Sharon McGowan, Peggy Thompson, I mean, it's a core of my friends that are part of that, so I just consider them part of the big family.
Yeah. How about you?
There are many incredible women filmmakers in Canada, and it's a wonderful place to make films, and because we have government support for our industry, and that can be really helpful. And we have great people. I've spent my entire life working in film, and it's been fantastic, and I would recommend it to anyone.
Great. Thank you so much, ladies.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
It's a period piece set in the 1800s in the gold rush, and it's a sort of a coming to know yourself, figure out who you are story. We watch sort of one of our characters go on a big transition of finding out who he is when he meets the older man in the story.
We ran the whole project together in 3 weeks almost, from the point that we wrote the script to the point that we were completing the edit of it. So it was very, very fast, but we were so proud and happy of how we put it all together, and I think you guys will really enjoy it if you go see it.
Yeah, it's very much a family film. I mean, Sarah's husband wrote it, my husband edited it, we co-directed, co-produced it, and the theme of the film is very much family as well.
Just do it.
Yeah, do it. Don't let anything hold you back. Just do it.
Yeah, even if it means grabbing your cell phone and going out and filming something, you can shoot and cut on a cell phone for free now because of the project. So just go out and shoot something and have fun with it and enjoy it because it's an amazing process.
Yeah.
We're here with Gabrielle and Camille, the lead actresses in the film Birdwatcher. How are you girls doing today?
Great. Excited.
Yeah, it's Happy International Women's Day as well today.
I know. Yeah.
Fun stuff. So how was the process like of being in the movie The Birdwatcher?
It was a great experience. It was obviously wonderful to act with Gabrielle, and we did a beautiful script and wonderful director and great. Everyone was great. The cast and crew was great. So it was all in all, it was like, I keep saying great, which is so articulate, but it was such a wonderful experience.
How about for you?
Fantastico.
No, that beats great.
I don't say great. It was intense because it's an intense script. It's highly dramatic. It has some comic moments, but we were under a very tight budget, and we shot it, I think, in 13 days or something like that. And it was supposed to be spring, and it was spring. It was April, except that it decided to be really cold and rain a lot.
Vancouver does that.
Yes, it does. April showers. So we did run into a few obstacles along the way.
And I know this film shows the beauty of Vancouver itself, right, and northern BC. Tell us a little bit about the connection between daughter and mother in the film.
I think that connection's a little complicated in the film and shows that it's very different for different mother-daughters. You know, every relationship is unique, and ours in the film is certainly not ideal.
Not ideal? Does it come to a good end, though?
Tenuous, to say the very least. No, not well. I don't want to give it away. I would say that most people would be fairly thunderstruck by this relationship.
Now, both of you are successful women in this industry. What advice do you have to young women who want to become actresses?
What advice? I think it's just perseverance. Just keep trying, and you don't have to take shit.
All right, great advice. How about you?
Yeah, that's really good advice. Don't take any crap from anybody. I think train. Don't feel that you that it's a wrong thing to take a regular job. You need money to survive in this industry, and you have to pay for headshots and reels and all of those sorts of things. So just keep on keeping on and do as much as you possibly can whenever you can. Say yes to things. Unless it goes against your moral fiber, in which case then say no.
How are you girls doing today?
Great. Really excited.
Good, very excited.
You ladies look lovely.
Thank you.
So, tell us a little bit about the film.
Well, it's the story of a young woman who's searching for her birth mother, and she happens to have cancer, and so she's searching for somebody to take her children for her.
And how was the process like of directing this film?
I love directing this film. Roz and I have already made a short film together, so we knew that we got along really well. And, all the actors were amazing, and they came every day ready to work, and the cinematographer was amazing. Everyone who came on board really came on because it's a very low-budget film, so it was really a labor of love. So, yeah.
It was filmed in a really short amount of time, right? Was it 13 or 16 days?
14 days.
14 days. Yeah. Wow, that's incredible. And how was the process like of filming all the beautiful scenery of Vancouver and BC?
Well, that was on purpose because Roz had set it here in the Pacific Northwest, and so it really plays almost as a character in the piece. And so it was really fun to find the, beautiful, we have a beautiful aerial in there. And so the location scouting was really fun, yeah.
And how do you feel about being part of the Vancouver International Women Film Festival?
Very excited about it. We had a short that played here 3 years ago, and that was actually the time where Siobhan was given an award. I'll let you talk about it.
Yeah, so in 2013, I won the Women in the Director's Chair Feature Film Award.
Congratulations!
Yes, thank you. And that came, that was $120,000 worth of goods and services, and we received the award here, and so that award I put towards the Birdwatcher, and that was the first money in, so that enabled us to put all the other money into place. So it was really when we knew we were going to make this movie.
What an accomplishment. Thank you so much, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This evening we have 4 kinds of awards that we're presenting. From our dark side, genre competition winners. The International Screenplay Competition winner. The Festival Awards. And the Matrix Awards for the top 3 BC short films in the festival.
Lori Huck, Blood Carvings. Blood Carvings is a character-driven gothic thriller similar to tone to the frightening mood pieces of The Orphanage and Rosemary's Baby. Ronaldo Jones gave us Turkey Gun.
Would you please join me in congratulating Colleen Renison for her performance in One Last Ride.
I just want to say thank you. This is a fantastic festival, and I want to say thank you to Caitlin Burns, who I get to call a friend, and Peter, who's a fantastic director and fantastic writer. Inspires me all the time. And all of the wonderful films that I got to see the other night, and just the female perspective is not valid because it's the female perspective. It's valid because it's hilarious and it's real and it's 50% or more of the population.
This wraps up the 2016 Vancouver International Women in Film Festival. To find out more information, go to womeninfilm.ca. For Vancouver Television, I'm Maria, and see you next week.